Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Here in Season 4 of Warzone, we got something that we've never seen before in Warzone history. 3 different maps at the same time. And in the coming weeks, we're going to see that expanded upon with map rotations, which poses the question, could we see more map rotations in the future towards the end of Warzone 1 and even into Warzone 2 as well? And today we're breaking down everything we essentially know about the situation, the cons to it, the pros to it, everything in between as we go through it all. If you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. It does really help the channel grow. Let's try and go for 2,000 likes on this video. And if you're new here or if you have not already subscribed, every single day I got you covered with the latest news, updates, loadouts, leaks, and everything else going on in COD. So feel free to hit that sub button and turn on those post notifications. Also, real quick, every time I'm doing a face cam video, you guys seen me rocking the gamer advantage glasses. Why is that? Because when I wear these, I'm able to play better for longer and I feel better, so I can rinse and repeat day in and day out and stay on that grind. Gamer advantage is my advantage. And if you guys want to get the advantage for yourself, pick up a pair of frames. They got plenty of different options, regular or prescription lenses, so much to choose from. Code WARZONE always gets you a discount at checkout, and the link for that will be down in the description below. Now, obviously, as mentioned, with the week 2 update here in season 4 of Warzone, we got something that we've never seen before in Warzone. We got Caldera, Fortune's Keep, and Rebirth Islands all available to play at the same time. 3 different maps all at once, which is huge because, like I said, that's never been done before. Back on Verdansk with various modes, we've always had Verdansk and Rebirth, or Verdansk LTMs and then Rebirth in the background. Never 3 completely different maps in one. So that was huge in and of itself. But also, as we approach the end of the first half of season 4 here in just a couple of weeks, on the 21st actually, that weekly update is going to spark a brand new change as well. Map rotations. Essentially, once that playlist update goes live, every single day at 10 a.m. Pacific time, Rebirth Island and Fortune's Keep are going to rotate. So, you know, on that Thursday, we'll have Fortune's Keep with Resurgence, solos, duos, trios, and quads. And then on Friday, we'll have Rebirth Island, solos, duos, trios, quads. Saturday, Fortune's Keep, Sunday, Rebirth, rinse and repeat all the way until the next playlist update. So map rotations are finally coming to Warzone, which has been something that has been highly requested for seasons on end now, dating all the way back to Verdansk. So ever since this initially started and we got all 3 maps at once, and when we first got the news of map rotations coming towards the end of the first part of this season, everyone's been saying, how come this can't happen with Verdansk, where we have Caldera and we have Verdansk either both available at the same time or in a map rotation? And today, what I want to focus on is the possibility of that, because it seems like every single video I'm seeing comments now or over on Twitter, which, by the way, if you don't follow me over there, feel free to do so, saying, Zach, you know, can Verdansk come back now that we're seeing map rotations? Could they ever end up changing it out? Could they add it back to the game? We've gotten several different responses on this in the past, but also with this new information here now, with 3 maps now live in the game and rotations coming, the situation does change a bit. Now, formally, the devs have responded to Verdansk in the past, both on various stream interviews and then also in private calls with other creators that I've been a part of, saying, we would love to have Verdansk back in the game. However, there's too many technical limitations. If you were to have Verdansk and Caldera on the game at the same time, it would not fit on a base PlayStation 4. The file size for the game would just be too large. And that would essentially then force players to go out and buy external hard drives so that you could just have a playlist rotation and a map rotation in game featuring both Caldera and Verdansk at the same time. Unless, of course, you wanted to have major downloads, 30-40 gig downloads every other week when it was time to rotate the map, which for players who don't have great internet, that could take a full day to download and you're already a day gone in that current map rotation. It'd just be a very tedious process after the first couple of times. And let's be honest, they're not getting rid of Caldera until Warzone 2 is here. They are riding Caldera until the end because that's what they've put all their time and effort into for this year of Warzone. It's not going to be removed just because it's not the most popular map in the history of the game, right? But that said, while there are technical limitations, obviously, we are 110% in a testing ground for Warzone 2. Now, for what it's worth, I know some people might bring this up in the comments, Activision has previously said that Verdansk would return in 2023 to certain platforms. Now, as we know, Call of Duty Warzone Mobile is going to be on Verdansk. The leaked gameplay from the Warzone Mobile Alpha has shown Verdansk, the OG version of it from MW 2019, in play, so it's going to be available there. Activision's saying that Verdansk was coming back on certain platforms. For what it's worth, they said platforms as in plural, so maybe not just mobile, but it seemed pretty directed at mobile there. They didn't get into any more specifics outside of that. But various leakers, various data miners, and insiders have also said they've heard that Verdansk could potentially return either in the end of Warzone or in Warzone 2. So if we're seeing a map rotation being put into the game now to test the waters, as I said, 1 week change into Rebirth Island, next week change into Fortune's Keeper. In the case of their how they're doing it now, every single day it's going to be updating. That is 110% to see how the players react. We've talked about this in previous videos as well. This current stage of Warzone, we all know Warzone 1 is going to be coming to sort of a slower end here at the end of the year. Once we see MW2 launch, and then Warzone 2 will be coming out in either late November or early December, it seems. Warzone 1 will still be there. We can still play it, keep all of our current skins on the game since they won't be transferring all the blueprints and whatnot. So it'll still be there. People will still be on the game, but it's not going to be the core focus or core priority anymore. Everything that's being done then with that in mind, them knowing that this game's not going to be the long-term Warzone game, they're dropping things in to test. The health update, that's to test player sentiment and see how people react. Map rotations, same thing. So if it all goes well and they consistently see players jumping on to experience the new map rotations, I fully believe Verdansk at one point in time is going to be back in a map rotation. Now, that could be at the end of Warzone 1, just after, MW2 drops. Warzone might not see a ton of action because everyone's going to be on that, grinding weapon levels and camos, and obviously experiencing the new MP. If they want to keep some players on Warzone, maybe they drop Verdansk back into the mix. We see the end of Caldera via the story or whatever the case may be. It's possible we see that, but also something that's my own personal idea here that I think would really please a lot of fans is Verdansk Resurgence. Now just keep in mind, right now the Warzone that we're playing forces you to install various Modern Warfare packs. It's still tethered to the MW 2019 engine, which is one of the main reasons that Warzone 1 is so problematic and so bug-filled, is because they're trying to update this now almost 4-year-old engine at this point, right? But that said, we already have parts of Verdansk downloaded for Spec Ops and Ground War in MW multiplayer. So what if we took various elements of Verdansk, certain play spaces, like let's say, Karst River Quarry, downtown, Superstore and that surrounding area, airports, and they were turned into Resurgence maps? That would be a much smaller download than having all of Verdansk in the game, but we could still play parts of it via the Resurgence mode. That, to me, would be a fantastic way to sort of meet in the middle. Obviously, not everyone's a fan of Caldera that was a fan of Verdansk, but we can't have all of Verdansk and all of Caldera at the same time. Let's keep all of Caldera and add in part of Verdansk. That way we could have sort of the best of both worlds there, while also keeping Fortune's Keep and or Rebirth in the rotation as well. That, to me, would be a great compromise. Will we ever see that happen? Who knows? But as it stands right now, I firmly believe that this is a giant test to see how we react to a map rotation being in the game. Is it going to benefit the player base? Are people going to be logging off on days where their favorite map is not in play? What is the outcome going to be? So it's entirely possible, according to some leakers and data miners and whatnot, that we do see Verdansk come back in the future. Obviously, we know it's going to be coming back via Warzone Mobile, but to core Warzone or Warzone 2, it's possible we see that as a part of a map rotation that's being tested right now. So a very interesting conversation, obviously one that either ends in a lot of excitement and a lot of hype to see the potential return of Verdansk, or a lot of disappointment that that could not be the reality. Really, it is 50-50 coin flip if that's going to be the end goal here in Warzone 2 being like the I guess the end goal long term, and then potentially the end of Warzone 1 being the end goal short term, if you want to put it that way. But that said, that's going to wrap things up for this one. I, for one, would love to see the whole Verdansk Resurgence LTM sort of thing be put into play, because I feel like, again, that's a great compromise. But if you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. Always, when you share it around, there is a better chance of somebody from Call of Duty or Raven seeing this, and who knows, we could see that LTM put into play because of this. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that sub button, turn on those post notifications. That way you can stay up to date with everything going on. And as always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products, and the links for all those can be found down in the description below. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.